California's on fire once again. Only now, instead of burning up the red counties and the forested areas to the north, it's devastating portions of Los Angeles. Everybody's seeing it on the news. Every year we know the Santa Ana winds are going to blow. Every year we know that there's going to be risk. So what is our governor doing to help stop the risk? Virtually nothing, other than showing up at press conferences, waving his arms around, and having long practiced monologues about, oh, it's someone else's fault.
Hello and welcome to another installment of NNN, where we give it to you straight, no chaser. Let's get right to it. LA is on fire. Now, a lot of people saying it's to cover up the pedophile trail, and all of a sudden the water ain't working, and hold on, 60% of the water rights is owned by this fucking couple. What's their name? Yeah, the wonderful company is owned by this husband and wife team. They own Pistachio, they own Fiji water. I stopped drinking any of that shit around the motherfucking globe. Let them motherfuckers go broke. Feeding the pistachios and almonds, all that goddamn water. Meanwhile, people's houses burning down, dying of thirst and shit. All these sons of bitches.
The fire department came up and said, get out of your cars now.
Some left the area carrying their pets in their arms. This woman got a ride from her neighbors.
The fire was all around us, the trees and everything.
Parts of the Pacific Coast Highway and Interstate 10 were shut down to help evacuate those in the fire's path.
Come on, guys! We gotta go!
A CBS News crew ran from the flames that moved quickly through neighborhoods. The high winds are forecast to continue for days, producing gusts that could top 100 miles per hour in the hills around the city.
I think that Gavin is largely incompetent, and I think the mayor is largely incompetent, and probably both of them are just stone cold incompetent. What they've done is terrible.
You say what to people who insist that these independent investigations or calls for them? Are you passing the blame onto other people?
How could it be when we're doing an independent investigation?
President-elect Trump has blamed you for this crisis. He called you incompetent.
And it turns out that Gavin Newsom absolutely is incompetent.
The reservoirs are completely full. The state reservoirs here in Southern California, that mis and disinformation, I don't think advantages or aids any of us.
We do know, though, from reporting here locally that one reservoir that serves the Palisades was not full.
And that's exactly what triggered my desire to get the investigation, to understand what was happening with that local reservoir that was not a state system reservoir, which the president-elect was referring to.
Close to others.
And my heart is in my throat.
Firefighters are dropping water from above as a heavy black smoke cloud forms over the area. Sirens wailed as residents evacuated on foot and by car. Some drivers stuck in gridlock were told by emergency crews to abandon their vehicles as the flames grew close to the road.
I just leave my car right there. Where's your car? The cops say you have to leave it, and I leave my car right there. The fire came right down to the road, and the fire department came up and said, get out of your cars now.
What would your message be to the elected leaders who let it get to that point?
They should resign.
Why is that?
Because they are not doing their job right. And the governor is not here. Where is he? He should be here. I don't see him here. Do you see him here? So if he's not here, it's not for us. We don't need him.
You're such smug, arrogant, ridiculous people. My message is you're incompetent. I don't know why you got elected, but our state is in trouble and you're not going to make it better. And you've got to go. I can't wait till you're recalled or resign or worse. So that's it. They've got to go.
Yeah.
We're going to get a briefing from the governor and the mayor and FEMA, and we're going to lay out where we go from here, okay? Ready, set, go? Ready. All right. And next to a place that, for example, you know, there's we're just looking at a Secret Service house that was out there. You know, all the vehicles are melted. Yet the house next door still has green shrubbery on it. And, you know, the house is fine. There's only, I think, 4 or 5 houses in that 200, you know, it's in the Pasadena area. But my generic point is, it's almost like it's a battle scene.
Mr. President, we saw that in South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida with hurricanes.
Yeah,
this is also the nature of, to your point, this changing climate, these extreme weather conditions. Not only are they volatile and devastating, but there is no method necessarily to the impact in terms of the predictability of where it might land if we're talking about a hurricane or a wildfire.
Well, for example,
we've got to deal with this misinformation. There were hurricane force winds of mis and disinformation, lies. People want to divide this country, and we're going to have to address that as well. And it breaks my heart as people are suffering and struggling.
This guy calls it a UAP. I don't know what it is. Someone in the comment section, of course, is like, oh, it's just a helicopter. I don't think it's a helicopter. It doesn't fly like a helicopter. I'll show you what it looks like. I actually zoomed in full screen on my computer. It's not. I'm almost guaranteeing you it's not a helicopter. The way it flies, the way it was moving, doesn't look anything like a helicopter. But it seems to be coming out or near the ocean. So this one guy was claiming it was just a helicopter going down and getting some water. But then annoying. You can see it flying around right there. If I can show it on the screen. There you go. And then it goes right back down to the water. So it actually came from the water right back down to the water. And it appears to disappear in the water at the end of this clip. It goes right down into there and it disappears in the water. So, again, going back to this previous clip, a live stream on, I think it was, I don't know if this one's CNN or what. The one was Fox. And these are live. These are just straight up live captures of what's going on in LA. What is that?
Tornado spotted above the Palisades fire this morning. This was captured by Air 7. Just a wild view there.